Alright, hey guys, welcome to another EAD Aviation video, and today's video is going to be different. We could definitely say that. It'll be very much different. But today I'm actually doing a comparison between two planes. Usually if I do a plane review, I just review one plane, but as you guys, I know all of you know at least what one of these planes is. They're now quite ubiquitous, actually, in the industry. Let me make sure I use ubiquitous correctly. I'm pretty sure that is what it is. Yes, present, appearing, or found everywhere. So it is quite ubiquitous in the industry. But it they're both medium range airliners, short to medium range, and they both they both are like decent sized jets. So yes, with the max capacity on an A320 Neo is 194, and the 737-900ER is 220. So the reason I'm comparing these today is just because there's kind of a debate between Boeing fans and Airbus fans as to which is better, the A320 or the 737. So yes, I'm going to be answering that question today. So when it comes to efficiency, I'm using the newest variants of each plane, excluding the 737 Max, because that one has really not flown that much, obviously. So, yes. But anyways, I'm going to be ranking these in 5 categories. Those categories being efficiency, range, number built slash operators, and the pilot's favorite, and passenger comfort. So, yeah, and then I'm just going to be answering my personal favorite. So, on number one, efficiency, which is going to be ranked judging by the fuel burn per hour, assuming each aircraft is fitted with the maximum number of seats. So, this may not be entirely accurate, but according to my calculations, the A320 Neo burns 995.22 gallons per hour of fuel, and the 737-900ER burns 585.2 gallons per hour of fuel. So, the second category, range, so anyways, the 737 wins the first category. The second category, range, is when you compare the A320 Neo, it has 3,401.728 nautical miles of range. The 737-900ER's maximum range is 3,205 nautical miles. So there the A320 wins. When it comes to the number built, the A320 Neo has by far the most range. You might see a light spike here. But it does have by far, or not by far, the most range. The 737, actually, no, the A320 still has the most range, but the A320 is by far much more built than the 737-900ER, with 3,830 built and operated by 115 plus airlines. The 737-900ER has been built 564 times and is operated by 10 plus airlines, which is not too much, but it is okay, I'd say. But yes. And so there the A320 wins, which is definitely, if you count all the 737 variants, the 737 would win, but the A320 is really, it is one of the fastest sellers of planes of all time. Um and then we're going for which is a pilot's favorite. So this is kind of on two categories here, I want to say, which is like kind of how comfortable it is, but also like actual pilot like use. So while pilots say the A320 is more comfortable on long flights due to like the lack of a control column, which is a yoke, which kind of presses into your chest, sort of. They think the 737 is meant to be piloted, sort of, and say Airbus looks at pilots as an inconvenient necessity. So yes, there the 737 wins. And the last category, passenger comfort, is according to the pointsky.com, the A320 is more comfortable for passengers. But let's compare. Hang on, let me check out this spelling and grammar error. Show grammar suggestions. Never mind, that isn't an error. But let's compare the best seats on either plane. So, due to my best research, these are the best seats that I could really find. So, the A320 Neo is Saudi Airlines business class. Credit Sam Choi for that one. I can't show it for too long, but whatever. And then we have the 737-900ER, which is Delta first class. Credit iTrip report. So there, I mean, honestly, there's no debate about it. The A320 does, in fact, win. But my personal favorite is the Boeing 737, and all Boeing fans will understand this, but sadly, the A320 is kind of overtaking the iconic little 737 series. When I say little, I don't mean tiny, but I mean like it's a kind of small plane. So let's just say the iconic 737 series. That makes more sense. Oh, hello, cat. My cat has gotten in front of my screen. That is great. Now he's playing with my joystick. Um, okay, I'm going to attempt to read this through literally my cat's spine. Okay then. Okay, he's moved. Um, Tigger, could you not? Yes, he is literally putting his foot over my hand right now. That's very convenient. But I think it would actually be a great decision to fly both of these in a sim. So, here we have the A320. I do believe this is the Neo version, but let me just check. Um, yes, this is the Neo version. So we definitely have that as we would need. But, anyways, I guess we will just go ahead and take off, I guess. So, yes, let's get a little bit of flaps. There we go. We have full control. And yes, flaps there. Let's just go ahead and go for, say, full throttle and take off, I guess. So this is in the Air Berlin livery, but as most of us know, that is a sadly dead airline. A lot of airlines have been dying recently, like Air Italy. Uh, I believe it. I don't know what it was, but it was like some U.S. regional airline, and we were like way off the runway for some reason. Trying to find a comfortable way to sit while I record. It's kind of hard, honestly. Um, yes, but anyways, we have taken off in the A320, and we can. Yes, we're definitely off the runway, but that is what happens when you go in side view when you're trying to record. Oh no, I put my spoilers up for some reason. 10 out of 10 accuracy. Oh, why do I still have my brakes engaged? Did I have my brakes engaged for that entire takeoff? Jeez. I believe I did. Well, that's great. Um, yes. Anyways, we can definitely see that we are going ahead to just fly, and this one is quite a much newer plane than the 737, being introduced in I believe 1988. And this one was even like 2014 that it was built, the Neo variant. But yes, it does fly quite well, but to test lastly, we could probably do a landing at LaGuardia because I don't know, LaGuardia seems like a place that this would land. So yes, can I get some gear? What am I at? 200 knots. Let's get some flaps. Why am I? Oh my goodness, why am I this fat? And why am I like actually good on the glide slope? This never happens in GeoFS for some reason. Never mind, I'm not good on the glide slope. All right, we're excessively high for the glide slope. Not excessively anymore. Yay, we're correct on the glide slope. Jeez, I've never actually flown into LaGuardia in real life. I've flown into JFK, but not LaGuardia. LaGuardia. Um, I don't know. LaGuardia is actually quite crowded by stuff. Like, is this like a residential neighborhood? Like, I feel like that would get kind of uncomfortable to have to fly over all those houses, even just for pilots. Like, it could be kind of dangerous. Then again, I mean, you know, how safe the aviation industry is, and these are meticulously prepared like every single landing in the aviation industry, so that does not really matter. But oh, that was not a very smooth landing. But anyways, once we finish landing here, we can probably go ahead and check out the cockpit of the A320, which does not exist in GeoFS, but Yeah, that's kind of a problem with some planes in GeoFS. What is this demonic view? I don't even know. Jeez. Um, that is kind of a problem with some of the planes in GeoFS, but you know what can you do? It's a web browser flight simulator. It's pretty good. I'll take it. Like it is. They do a really good job with it. So yes. But anyways, now we will go ahead and actually look up A320 cockpit. This is a bit more modern than the 737, I presume, but I don't know. Yes, so we have some pretty big screens over here. Let me just make sure it's Neo, A320 Neo cockpit. Um, yes, there are like quite a lot of screens here. As you can see, it's quite a modern cockpit. But now we will go ahead to the 737. Um, let's go for, in the spirit of 737s, let's go for Southwest. Always a nice livery. But anyways, so the not loading in. Apparently, I have terrible Wi-Fi because I'm in the middle of a tornado warning. So yeah, I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a lot of wind outside my house right now. So yeah. Um. Also, you guys might be asking like, why aren't you uploading on weekends, Donut? And my reason for that is it's really complicated because my family's around, and on the weekends we just kind of rest and stuff. So yeah, like I just don't really want to upload on weekends. I just play around if I play. I might stream on weekends sometimes, but it's kind of hard for reasons I don't really want to explain because it take too long. But yeah, anyways, this is the mostly correct cockpit of a 737. It kind of honestly looks pretty much like the Airbus uh this what? This is literally an Airbus primary flight display. I'm just gonna not ask. Um, at least the live cockpit one. That one over there is correct. But yes. Um, but yes, the 737 cockpit is definitely quite more complicated, I would say. But you know, it kind of is up to pilots, and then you do have this control column, which can be kind of annoying. But if we just go ahead and full power take off, and we have brakes here, we have a little bit of flaps. Yes. Um. Yeah. Let's release the brakes, unlike we did last takeoff. Does that PFD move? I don't know. I need to check. Yes, it is enough speed to rotate. We are currently at 120 knots. I think we can probably V2. Yes, we definitely can V2, and let's just put the gear up. Um. Oh my goodness. I still am yet to see if that. Yeah, no, that PFD over there does not work. I kind of would like if it did, but you know, whatever. For a web browser flight simulator. It's pretty spicy. Don't ask. I just called a flight simulator spicy. Anyways, we can also definitely do some stunts in this 737. This is a very high quality stunt plane, as you can see, and it's also a that. But yes, as you can see, we have in fact deployed the smoke on this 737. But help. But yes, if I just press tab here, we can definitely see the livery, and it's a very nice plane, especially in the Southwest livery. But the last thing we will be doing in this video is going ahead and landing at LaGuardia. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the outro, but thanks very much for watching. I don't know, you don't have to subscribe if it wasn't good, but if it was good, subscribe, I guess. Shout out to his name's either Tom or Tim. I'm pretty sure it's Tom. But either way, shout out to Tom or Tim, whoever it is. I just don't want to show my password. Yeah, shout out to Tom or Tim. He's been definitely kind of supportive of my vids, or really supportive actually. So that is very nice of him to do. And I just want to say thanks for that. It's kind of helpful for me in this hard time with the worldwide coronavirus crisis. I mean crisis. Help please. And also, since Easter was yesterday, happy belated Easter. That is definitely interesting. Um Anyways, yeah, thanks very much for watching. I think this will be a good time to end the video, especially